Hello, everyone, and welcome to Investor Summit March event. Presenting today is Evan Gappelberg, CEO of Nextech3D.ai. For our audience, if there are any questions during the presentation, please ask them in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen, and we will address them at the end. Evan, I'll let you take it away from here.
All right, thank you. So Nextech3D.ai, your metaverse company. This is our investor presentation. The CSE symbol's NTAR, the OTC is NEXCF, and in Germany on the Frankfurt EP2. A little disclaimer, a little history about me. I think it's important whenever you're investing in a small cap or even large cap to know the CEO and founder. The idea is to own, control, and monetize multiple pure play technology companies. I have a positive track record of creating shareholder value for over 20 years. I took Take-Two Interactive Software public. Right now it has a $20 billion valuation. That was the gaming megatrend that started back in the 1990s. My whole philosophy is get in front of a megatrend and ride it for all it's worth. In 2016, I got in front of the cannabis megatrend, and in just 18 months of taking a company public, it went from a nickel to $2. Nextech's IPO, again, 25 cents to $10 in 20 months, creating $700 million market cap. With a starting point of 8 million pre-money, 11 million post-money. So that was a grand slam, and this is Nextech3D.ai, and I think we're going to hit a significant market cap even higher than that 700 million. And that's basically because of these emerging new megatrends of 3D, AI, AR, and machine learning. ARway is another example of me creating shareholder value. We spun that off at 25 cents in October 2022. In 6 weeks, it hit $2. So those investors made lots of money. Today, it's trading at around $1.15 or so. And that's the spatial computing AI megatrend. I am the single largest shareholder in all these companies. I eat my own cooking. I'm not asking you to invest if I don't put my money where my mouth is. So our strategy, again, get in front of a multi-decade trillion-dollar megatrend. It used to be billions. With inflation, it's trillions. The internet, 1995, was the first, really big megatrend. And then smartphones, obviously, big megatrend. Today, we're just starting the AI megatrend in 2023. So everything is ground floor as far as I'm concerned. Everything that Nextech's doing is geared towards this AI megatrend, and it's massive, massive, massive. So what are we doing? We're commercializing 3D.ai's technology. We acquired 3D.ai in 2021. That was before AI was a thing, but 3D.ai was already creating AI technology to essentially turn 2D photos into 3D models. ARway for e-commerce. ARway we acquired in 2021. We spent a year and a half commercializing this technology. We spun it out as a pure play in 2022. It's now sitting at a $30 million valuation as a standalone public company. Nextech owns 50% of ARway. Again, the symbol's ARWY in Canada and ARWYF in the US. Toggle 3D, we built that tech in-house. We are spinning that out. It will be a public company in the next 60 days or so. And if you own Nextech, you will get a free stock dividend in Toggle 3D. It's an AI powerhouse, SaaS platform. It's essentially to compete with Adobe. It's a studio. We have over 1,000 signups in just the last 60 days. It's still in beta, and it just has massive potential. Nextech Event Solutions, we acquired that in 2020. We spent 2 years integrating and enhancing And that business is set to scale. Stay tuned for that getting spun off possibly sometime later this year or 2024. So again, just to summarize, we are a diversified technology company. Each business unit delivers a disruptive end-to-end solution powered really by AI, driving towards this 3D megatrend, this augmented reality megatrend and machine learning. So ARitize3D addresses a total addressable market of about $100 billion. That's our 3D modeling for e-com business. The technology, again, is powered by AI. It allows us to create 3D models at scale. Competitive advantages are quite significant. We're filing a number of patents. We now have patent pending technology on this tech, and it's highly scalable, lowest cost, highest quality 3D models. We landed Amazon in Q3 2022. Amazon is a 1,000-pound gorilla. There's nobody even close to Amazon, even though we have Kohl's and Target and others. Amazon is the biggest player by far. We have a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract with Amazon. Amazon is opening up their Seller Central platform. So there's 10 million merchants today that are blocked from buying 3D models. In the next couple of weeks, Amazon has told us they're opening the door. They're going to allow their merchants to buy 3D models from their preferred supplier. Nextech is one of the preferred suppliers for Amazon's 3D modeling. So massive, massive catalyst that's literally weeks away with Nextech. Toggle 3D, again, that's going to be spun out. Today, Nextech owns 100% of that. In 60 days or so, we'll spin it out. We'll still retain 50% ownership. It's a 3D design studio. Total addressable markets over 11 billion. AI-powered self-serve 3D design studio. No learning curve is the main competitive advantage. You know, if you want to use Adobe's platform, you really need like a PhD. With this, anybody can use it. It's web-based and it's collaborative. It's going to IPO. It's going to, we're going to issue a dividend to Nextech shareholders. There's over 1,000 subscribers already. That just kind of gives you an indication of the product market fit, and that it does fit, and people are actually using it and loving it. So we see that as a blue sky opportunity for Toggle 3D. Nextech Event Solutions, event technology, $50 billion TAM. It's an event management software, interactive mapping. There's an event app that we've recently relaunched and revamped, and you could do ticketing through the app. You could do booth sales. It's for live events. And we've also just integrated our wayfinding solution, so you can now have augmented reality indoor wayfinding. Super easy to use, self-serve. 900 customers on that platform today. We expect that to grow rapidly with new enterprise contracts in 2023 and beyond. So to summarize, you know, again, ARway was already spun out in October of 2022, $44 billion TAM, spatial computing platform for indoor wayfinding, no code, so you don't need to be a coder, no hardware, so there's no CapEx, there's no expense to install the tech, there's no beacons, which means, you know, it's better than the existing tech that's out there, which requires beacons. There's 20 plus pilots underway, and we expect those to close and drive significant revenue in 2023 and beyond. If you look at ARitize3D, we're just going to break it down, go a little deeper on each one of these verticals. We are becoming the dominant player in this $100 billion market. Amazon leading the charge, but as mentioned, they're not the only ones. Napa, Kohl's, Target, Procter & Gamble, these are all our customers. We have a competitive advantage with price, quality, scalability, perfect product market fit. The ROI ultimately is what's driving adoption. 94% higher click-through rate with 3D models, 40% decrease in returns with 3D models, and a 250% higher conversion. Those things are driving the adoption of 3D models at a very rapid clip. And if you look at returns globally, product returns, you get the wrong size, the wrong color. It's a 40% rate of return in e-com. It costs almost $1.5 trillion. Having a 3D model solves that problem. Let's take a look at the video so that we can see how the tech actually works.
Customers want 3D and AR models while they shop. Is your e-commerce store ready for that? Google ranks 3D models higher in organic search than typical 2D ones. Allow us to introduce you to ARitize 3D for e-commerce. ARitize 3D is a quick and easy one-stop shop for all your e-commerce and 3D AR needs. Adding augmented reality to your site isn't as time-consuming or expensive as you may think. We turn products into exciting 3D AR models without any 3D experience or fancy equipment with our end-to-end solution. The only requirement, your regular 2D photos that are already on your site. Our artificial intelligence technology makes it that simple. We create models in-house for you and host them in our cloud, so your site runs at top speed. After your approval, models integrate with your e-commerce store and you're ready to wow your customers. This means 3D lift conversion rates by 250%. Click-through rates jump by 94%. ARitize 3D for e-commerce. Start making 3D magic today.
And there you have it. You can actually experience the 3D models by scanning the QR code on screen, and you could put the chair or the bicycle in the room with you. I encourage you to do that. Toggle 3D, just to drill down a little bit on Toggle 3D. It's a proprietary platform. It takes CAD files. So that's computer-aided design, that's what it stands for, and turns them into 3D visualizations. So CAD files are what you use to manufacture product. Everything that's being made today has a CAD file. Engineers essentially design it to spec, and these files typically have every screw, every nut, every bolt, every part. So they're very, very heavy files. And Toggle is able to ingest these massive files and shrink the size by up to 95%. And that allows you to then export the file onto the web. And you can even design it in Toggle 3D. So it's groundbreaking AI-powered technology. It's a SaaS platform. We're IPOing this in Q2, and it will be the second spin out. And investors in Nextech will be able to get free shares in AR. You got free shares in ARway. You'll be able to get free shares now in Toggle 3D. It's perfect product market fit. We think it's breakthrough disruptive technology. Again, it's a web-based SaaS 3D design studio with instant CAD to 3D conversion. Let's take a look at the video to see how Toggle works. Super simple point and click technology. And again, that's going to be an IPO in Q2, which we're super excited about. If you look at our event solution, we're seeing strong growth there. We've integrated our groundbreaking proprietary technology into MapD. We think we're going to disrupt the $50 billion global events industry by leveraging augmented reality and XR experiences. The leadership team is there. It's an end-to-end event management platform, interactive trade show floor plans, exhibitor management, registration, ticketing, sponsorship, booth sales. AR activations are going to drive event revenue and AR indoor wayfinding. So we're super excited about what's happening with Nextech Event Solutions. If you look at ARway, we're disrupting the AR wayfinding market. Again, it's a proprietary no-code spatial computing platform. We think that we are the first mover. It's a massive, massive opportunity, hardware free. Every phone that's out there can use this technology. Nextech spun this company out, and the stock's trading under the symbol in the US, ARWYF, in Canada, ARWY. We own 50% of the shares. We have a bunch of enterprise clients that are in pilot programs, TUI, Localiza, Dubai Mall, Saudi German Health Group, Restaurants Canada, Encore, and more. We see this as a great product market fit for malls, events, airports, museums, hospitals, and stadiums. And we think we're on the verge of breaking this technology out with some new contracts.
Well,
so we could look and see how this tech works. Watch the video.
welcome to the London Science Museum. Experienced in a new way through a meta tour. Are you ready to start your journey? Find your way to the museum with augmented reality guidance. 2 times faster than 2D navigation using signage. Along your tour, you'll find interactive content and experiences. Once you've reached the museum, you can put your phone down and take it all in. When you're ready, start up your meta tour to an exhibit you find interesting. Let's start with the Puffing Billy, the world's oldest surviving steam locomotive. Learn and experience the history through an audio spatial note. When it began service on January 1st, 1926, the Rugby station was the most powerful in the world, making visitors feel more engaged and experiences more memorable by turning any static environment into an AR interaction. Now you can begin to enrich your museum map with 3D content. With our no-code creator platform, just drag and drop everything into place, customizable to your needs. Location pins allow you to add context to your space, so your visitors know their whereabouts to key places. From 3D text and spatial audio notes to 3D models and animations. Download your QR code and start sharing your map with visitors.
All right, so we got to see ARway in action. If we look at 2022 financial highlights, annual 3D modeling revenue up 266%. Q4 tech services revenue up 21%. This is all rear view. 2022 total revenue of 10.3 million with tech services generating 3.1 million. We have a bunch of research reports out there with significantly higher share prices on the horizon. If you look at the 4 groundbreaking technologies that we're launching these companies with into these hyper growth markets, you have artificial intelligence. If you look at the graph, you could see that we're just at the very beginning of a massive 10x move in that market. If you look at the 3D imaging market, we're just at the beginning of that massive move with almost a 3x. If you look at augmented reality, we're just at the beginning of that. with almost a 15x, 14.2, and machine learning 10x. So all these industries have the wind at their back. We see blue sky opportunity, and we are taking advantage of these markets today with the anticipation that our investors will reap the reward tomorrow. This is our team. Lots of great people here, lots of experts. I highlight our CTO from Apple Computer, our CFO from Ernst & Young, but there's lots of talented people here. So again, to summarize, we are perfectly positioned with our scalable revenue potential, mass adoptions being led by big tech, and it's really driving the growth in these markets. Nextech3D.ai is addressing the $100 billion e-com market with 3D models. That's Nextech. ARway is addressing the $44 billion global indoor positioning and nav market. Toggle is addressing the CAD market, and Nextech Event Solutions addressing the global events market. And so this transformational technological shift is actually happening now. We're just in the beginning stages. Thank you. And we're going to open it up to questions.
All right, sweet. So I'll read a few of the questions for you. So, hi, Evan. I have specifically.
Yeah, so I'm going to take Tim's question offline.
Okay.
He's like 3 paragraphs, and he clearly has an agenda. So Tim,
Okay.
my phone number, I would give it to you, but just email me, evan@nextechar.com. Happy to talk to you and explain to you the world that I live in, which is very, very different than what you read about in the newspapers or in it looks like you're looking at some kind of pitch books or whatever. So I could read these if you want, Josh.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you prefer.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Howard says, hey, Evan, repeating theme that they've noticed in both, press releases and interviews, our team's focus on product development, customer satisfaction. Love it. Nothing more frustrating than a customer having to adapt to the product instead of the other way around. Appreciate you and your team's efforts. Thank you, Howard. Yes, we are extremely intense when it comes to customer satisfaction. We spend a lot of time on that. So Tim is just really going off here, huh? He's got a lot of 2 cents. So happy to talk to you offline, Tim. So is there any strategy to reduce the short selling? I'm not aware of any short selling. That there's can you share some of the positive stories that we're getting from Toggle? I'm going to let Dasha talk to that. There are lots of positive stories there. She's on the front lines, and she'll speak to that. The dividend date for the IPO, we haven't announced that yet, but we're applying. We're waiting for the CSE to give us conditional approval, which we should have shortly. And once we get that, we will announce it, and then we will continue forward with this process. Basically, you go through a legal process to get these IPOs spun out. We did it with ARway. We're doing it with Toggle 3D, and we will announce as soon as we can when that's going to happen. Thomas is asking, Evan, I believe the profit margins on the tech sales last year were 44%. Do you have an idea of what profit margins could look like towards the end of 2023? Yes. So we think profit margins could get as high as 80% gross profit, maybe even higher with a full-on AI end-to-end solution. So that is what we're driving towards. It is game-changing. The AI, I don't think anybody understands how game-changing it is for Nextech, because we're not selling AI, we're using it for our business, and it is having a material impact. So I don't know about short selling. I really don't, but there's, you know, people out there that buy stock, people out there that sell stock. Short selling is not something I pay a lot of attention to, but if someone wants to send me an email with the short selling in detail, or, you know, you could show me how many shares are sold short, I'd love to see that. Did I miss any questions? Oh, here we go. Steve says, I did miss some questions. So let's see. Steve, you have over 250. You want to say you're doing a great job. You love where you're taking the tech over the few years. It's just a matter of time. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I don't think people realize, especially our friend Tim, who has, you know, really gone heavy on his comments, but I don't think people realize what goes on a granular level. I think if you look at things on a surface level, you might see things that might confuse you, but, you know, we are very, very deep into building shareholder value. I can't repeat often enough. I eat my own cooking. I am the single largest shareholder. I own over 10 million shares. So if anybody doubts what I am doing, you have to ask yourself, why would I screw Evan Gappelberg, the CEO and founder? I wouldn't. And you know, I love all my shareholders. I'm driven to create shareholder value. And at the end of the day, I'm doing what I think is the best for shareholders, which is creating value through these spin-outs. I don't think our investors fully comprehend how expensive and complicated it is to run 4 different businesses under one umbrella with limited capital as a micro cap. You know, we're not a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate like Coca-Cola, let's say, that has a gazillion brands and, you know, hundreds of thousands of employees and billions of dollars in the bank. That's not Nextech. We're doing pioneering work, which is heavy lifting, startup. You know, it's not easy to crack the code. And we're also in the public markets, which, you know, means that we don't make money in the early days, we invest. So we're relying on our investors to fund the early days of these companies. As these companies start to gain market share, which is what's happening right now, we're seeing more revenue come in than ever before on the 3D space. And as that continues to build, and our profit margin continues to build because we're having breakthroughs with our AI, we end up turning cash flow positive. Once that happens, it's a different company overnight. But that has not happened yet, as we all know. And so we wrestle with the equation, which is, you know, how long does it take to build a business that's sustainable? And that's what you guys wrestle with. And that's what I wrestle with. It's not an easy equation. And that's actually not unique to Nextech. This is what all small caps, you know, probably all the presenters that come on, you know, wrestle with that. And so as of today, we've never been in a better place than we've ever, as a public company. We've never been stronger. And, you know, Amazon, landing them was not easy. They are going to be driving our business going forward. And from my perspective, you know, their announcement is in the next couple of weeks is what they, you know, they've told us. It's up to them when they put out the press release that they're going to open up Seller Central. That's a huge catalyst because it's going to open up, you know, 10 million merchants potentially, you know, are going to want to buy 3D models from Nextech as a preferred 3D model supplier. So, and, you know, we have lots of other lots of other enterprise deals that we are working on either today or enterprise deals that have closed. You know, there's a lot of very focused employees here that are extremely optimistic and really happy, I think, about where we are as a company. And again, I've mentioned, I can't count how many times that I'm the single largest shareholder. If anyone doubts what I'm doing, you can contact me. I am not invisible. I'm not anonymous. I'm not. I'm here. So send me an email and I will be happy to talk to any of you guys offline about any questions, because, you know, this guy, one guy, Tim, is extremely confused about why I'm doing some of the things I'm doing. And he obviously does a lot of reading and a lot of thinking, but he doesn't talk to me. So I urge anyone that has any questions to just talk to me. Happy to answer all your questions. And with that, do we still have time, Josh?
We have to wrap it up, unfortunately, but thank you for the awesome presentation. And I would like to thank our audience for their time and participation. So I'd like to tell everyone to have a wonderful day. And this is the end of the end of the meeting.
Thanks, guys.
All right.